A one-year success plan is not a map to your destination, it's a guide to becoming the person capable of reaching it. The first step toward transforming your life is deciding what you want, then setting a clear plan of action to make it real. If you want to change your life in 1 year, start by changing your mindset, setting clear goals, and taking action every single day. I'm going to show you how to transform your life in just 1 year. Now, I know that might sound like a big promise, but I'm here to tell you it's entirely possible, and it all starts with a simple but powerful plan. If you're feeling stuck or unsure about where to go next in your life, this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through the exact steps you can take to create a 1-year success plan that will put you on the path to achieving your biggest goals. But here's the thing, success isn't just about setting big goals. It's about building the right habits, staying consistent, and adjusting your approach as you go. It's about learning, growing, and most importantly, staying focused on your progress. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear, actionable roadmap to follow, and you'll understand exactly what it takes to make the next 12 months the most impactful year of your life. So, if you're ready to take charge of your future, stick around. I promise you won't want to miss a moment of what's coming up. Let's dive in and start planning your 1-year success transformation right now. Number 1, define your ultimate goal. What is your ultimate goal? Not just any goal, not what others think you should achieve, but the goal that truly matters to you, the one that lights a fire in your heart and fills you with purpose. Defining that goal is the first step to transforming your life, and it's where your 1-year success plan begins. Now, defining your goal isn't just about thinking of something that sounds nice. It's about clarity, crystal clear clarity. It's about knowing exactly what you want so that every step you take brings you closer to it. When you define your goal, you give yourself direction. Without it, you're like a ship adrift at sea, hoping the wind will take you somewhere good. But hope is not a plan, and success doesn't come by chance. It comes by choice. So how do you start? Close your eyes for a moment and imagine waking up 1 year from now. Picture it your best year yet. What does it look like? What's changed? Are you healthier, stronger, more confident? Have you achieved financial freedom or built deeper relationships with your loved ones? Whatever it is, see it clearly, feel it, hear the sounds of that life. That vision is your compass. But here's the key, your goal must be specific. Saying, I want to be happy or I want to be successful isn't enough. What does success mean to you? What does happiness look like in your life? Maybe it's earning an extra $50,000 this year. Maybe it's losing 20 pounds and feeling energized every morning. Maybe it's starting a new business or spending more time with your family. Write it down. Make it real. Saying it isn't enough, you need to put it into words that you can see and read every day. Writing your goal is powerful because it shifts it from an idea to a commitment. It becomes something tangible. So grab a pen, grab some paper, and answer 3 questions. What excites me? What challenges me? What fulfills me? Don't overthink it. Write down the first things that come to mind. Be honest with yourself. This is your goal. It's not for anyone else to judge. Now, here's something to remember. A great goal should stretch you. It should challenge you to grow into the person you're capable of becoming. If it feels too easy, it's not big enough. Your goal should make you a little uncomfortable, maybe even a little scared. That's how you know it's worth pursuing. Growth doesn't happen when you stay in your comfort zone. It happens when you dare to step out and take on something bigger than yourself. Once you've defined your goal, say it out loud. Feel the weight of it. This is your commitment, your promise to yourself. This is the year you take control of your life, not by luck, not by chance, but by choice. Deciding on your goal is the foundation of your success. It's the first step, but it's the most important one. And let me tell you something else, your goal doesn't have to be perfect. Don't wait until you have it all figured out. Just start. Clarity will grow as you move forward. The important thing is to get moving. Take that vision in your mind, put it on paper, and begin. Defining your ultimate goal is about giving yourself permission to dream and the courage to act. It's about saying, this is my life. and I'm going to make it extraordinary. And trust me, when you define your goal and commit to it, you'll begin to see opportunities, resources, and inspiration all around you. It's as if the world starts working with you instead of against you. So today, take that first step. Define your goal with precision. Write it down. Make it real. This is where your transformation begins. This is the start of your one-year success plan. And believe me, a year from now, you'll look back at this moment with gratitude, knowing that this was the day you took charge of your future. Number 2, create clear daily habits. If you want to transform your life in 1 year, it's not just about setting the goal, it's about what you do every single day. Success isn't built in a day, it's built day by day. That's why creating clear daily habits is the cornerstone of your success plan. Let me tell you, these habits shape your future. They're the small actions repeated consistently that build the foundation for the life you want to live. And if you can get your habits right, the results will take care of themselves. Now, you might wonder, what exactly are daily habits and why are they so important? A habit is simply an action you perform regularly, almost automatically. The beauty of habits is that they take the pressure off. You don't have to think or decide. Once something becomes a habit, it becomes part of who you are. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't question it, do you? You just do it. That's the kind of automatic power we're aiming for with habits that support your goals. But here's the thing, not all habits are created equal. Some habits move you closer to your goals, and others hold you back. The first step is to identify the habits that will help you achieve what you want. Let's say your goal is to improve your health. What are the habits you need? Maybe it's drinking more water, exercising for 30 minutes a day, or preparing healthy meals. If your goal is financial success, your habits might include tracking your expenses, saving a percentage of your income, or dedicating an hour daily to learning a new skill. Whatever your goal, break it down into simple, actionable habits that you can start doing today. Here's how you create clear daily habits. Start small. Don't try to change everything at once. Focus on 1 or 2 key habits that will make the biggest difference. If you try to overhaul your entire life overnight, you'll burn out. But if you commit to small, consistent actions, those actions will build momentum. For example, if you want to read more, start with 10 pages a day. That's manageable, isn't it? Over a year, that adds up to over 3,600 pages, a dozen books or more. Small steps taken consistently lead to big results. Now, consistency is key. A habit is like planting a seed. You won't see results right away, but with time and care, it will grow. That's why it's crucial to stick with your habits, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Trust the process. Remember, success isn't about what you do occasionally, it's about what you do consistently. But let me share something else with you. Habits thrive on structure. To make a habit stick, tie it to something you already do. For instance, if you want to start journaling, do it right after your morning coffee. If you want to meditate, do it right before bed. Linking your new habit to an existing routine makes it easier to remember and follow through. And don't forget to track your habits. Keep a simple log or checklist. There's something powerful about seeing your progress in black and white. Every check mark, every completed day is a small victory. It builds confidence and keeps you motivated. Now let's talk about accountability. Sometimes sticking to a habit can be tough. That's where accountability comes in. Share your habits with someone you trust. Tell them what you're working on and ask them to check in with you. When you know someone else is watching, you're more likely to stay on track. Finally, celebrate your wins. Every time you stick to your habit, no matter how small, give yourself credit. Transformation isn't about perfection, it's about progress. And every bit of progress deserves to be acknowledged. So what will your daily habits be? Think about your ultimate goal. Break it down into small actions you can take every day. Start small, stay consistent, track your progress, and keep going. A year from now, you'll look back and realize that the habits you built today created the life you dreamed of. Remember, your future is hidden in your daily routine. Make those habits count. The time to start is now. Number 3, set monthly milestones now. Let's talk about something that's absolutely essential for making your one-year success plan work: setting monthly milestones. You see, achieving a big goal can feel overwhelming at first. Looking at the end result, you might think, how am I going to get there? But here's the solution: break that goal down into smaller, more manageable steps. That's what monthly milestones are for. They turn a big dream into a series of achievable targets, and they give you a clear roadmap for the next 12 months. Imagine this: your ultimate goal is at the top of a staircase. Each step you take brings you closer, but you can't skip to the top. You've got to climb one step at a time. Monthly milestones are those steps. They're specific achievements you aim for every 30 days. They're not random or vague, they're carefully planned and directly tied to your larger goal. Let's say your one-year goal is to save $12,000. That's a great target, but focusing on the full amount might feel daunting. Instead, break it down into a monthly milestone: save $1,000 every month. Suddenly, the goal feels achievable, doesn't it? Each month, you're making measurable progress toward your bigger vision. The same approach works for any goal. If you want to lose 50 pounds, your monthly milestone could be to lose 4 pounds. If you want to read 24 books, aim to finish 2 books each month. Breaking it down makes it manageable and gives you a clear focus. Here's how to set your monthly milestones. Start with your ultimate goal and work backward. Ask yourself, what needs to happen each month for me to achieve this goal? Be specific. If your goal is career growth, your monthly milestones might include completing a course, networking with 5 new people, or updating your resume. Whatever it is, make sure your milestones are clear and measurable. Don't just say, do better at work. Instead, say, complete 1 major project by the end of the month. Now, once you've set your milestones, write them down. Don't leave them floating in your mind. Put them on paper or in a planner where you can see them every day. Writing things down makes them real. It's a commitment, not just an idea. And when you can see your milestones laid out month by month, it gives you a sense of direction. You know exactly what you need to focus on, and you can track your progress as you go. Tracking progress is critical. At the end of each month, take a moment to review your milestone. Did you achieve it? If you did, celebrate, recognize your effort and the progress you've made. If you didn't quite hit the mark, don't get discouraged. Look at what happened, learn from it, and adjust your approach for the next month. Progress is about learning and improving, not about being perfect. One of the best things about monthly milestones is that they create momentum. Every time you achieve a milestone, it builds your confidence. You start to see what's possible, and that fuels your motivation. Success breeds success, and before you know it, you're building habits and achieving things you never thought possible. Let's not forget the importance of flexibility. Life happens, and sometimes things don't go according to plan. If you need to adjust your milestones, that's okay. The key is to stay focused on the big picture while being adaptable along the way. Don't use setbacks as an excuse to quit. Use them as an opportunity to grow stronger and more determined. Setting monthly milestones also gives you a chance to reflect regularly. At the start of each month, you get to ask yourself, what's my focus for the next 30 days? What actions will move me closer to my goal? That kind of clarity keeps you from wasting time and energy on distractions. It ensures that every month is a step forward, not a step sideways or backward. So here's your challenge: define your ultimate goal, then break it down into 12 monthly milestones. Write them down, make them clear, commit to them, and then month by month, work on achieving each one. You'll be amazed at how much progress you can make when you take it step by step. Remember, success is the result of consistent, focused effort over time. Setting monthly milestones is how you turn a dream into a plan, and a plan into reality. It's how you stay on track, stay motivated, and keep moving forward. So don't wait, set those milestones now, and start climbing your staircase to success. A year from now, you'll thank yourself for starting today. Number 4, track your progress regularly. Let's talk about one of the most crucial parts of your one-year success plan: tracking your progress. It's not enough to set a goal and take action, you must know how far you've come and how far you still need to go. Tracking your progress keeps you grounded in reality and fuels your motivation. It's how you stay on course and make adjustments when needed. Let me tell you, if you're not tracking, you're guessing. And success doesn't come from guessing, it comes from clarity, consistency, and awareness. So what does it mean to track your progress? It means measuring your efforts against the milestones you've set. It means knowing in clear terms whether you're on track, ahead of schedule, or falling behind. For example, if your goal is to save $12,000 in a year, are you consistently saving $1,000 each month? If your goal is to get in shape, are you following your workout and nutrition plan every week? Tracking isn't about perfection, it's about awareness. It's about taking a good, honest look at your actions and their results. Here's why tracking is so important: it gives you feedback. And feedback is the breakfast of champions. Without it, you're working in the dark. You might be putting in effort, but if you're not measuring the results, you have no way of knowing if that effort is effective. Tracking shows you what's working and what isn't. It helps you double down on the strategies that bring results and change course when something isn't giving you the return you want. How do you track your progress? Start by setting up a simple system. It doesn't need to be fancy, just something you can use consistently. It might be a notebook, a spreadsheet, or an app. The key is to make it easy to update and review. Write down your milestones and the actions you're taking to achieve them. For example, if your milestone is to write a book, track how many pages or words you write each week. If it's improving your fitness, track your workouts, meals, or weight changes. Whatever your goal, find a way to measure it clearly and regularly. Now let's talk about frequency. How often should you track? I recommend doing it weekly at a minimum. Weekly tracking gives you enough time to see patterns without waiting so long that problems get out of hand. At the end of each week, set aside 15 to 30 minutes to review your progress. Ask yourself, did I hit my targets this week? If not, why not? What can I do differently next week to stay on track? Treat this as a non-negotiable appointment with yourself. It's your time to reflect, learn, and plan. There's another powerful aspect to tracking. It builds momentum. When you see progress, no matter how small, it inspires you to keep going. Imagine stepping on the scale after a week of healthy eating and seeing that you've lost 2 pounds. That's proof that your actions are paying off, and it makes you want to keep up the effort. Progress creates excitement, and excitement fuels commitment. But let's not ignore the times when progress feels slow or even non-existent. There will be weeks when you feel like you're putting in the work but not seeing the results you hoped for. This is where tracking becomes even more valuable. When you review your actions, you can identify areas for improvement. Maybe you need to adjust your strategy or try a different approach. Tracking isn't just about celebrating wins, it's about learning from setbacks. Now, let me tell you something else: tracking keeps you accountable. When you write something down, it becomes real. It's no longer just a thought or a wish, it's a commitment. And when you track your progress regularly, you're holding yourself to that commitment. You're saying, I'm serious about this goal, and I'm willing to do what it takes to achieve it. There's also a deeper benefit to tracking. It builds self-trust. Every time you review your progress and take action based on what you've learned, you're proving to yourself that you can rely on your own discipline and decision-making. You're showing yourself that you're capable of setting a goal, working toward it, and adapting as needed. And that confidence carries over into every area of your life. So, how do you make tracking a habit? Start small and keep it simple. Don't overwhelm yourself with complicated systems. Just choose 1 or 2 key metrics to track at first. Over time, you can expand and refine your system as you see what works best for you. The most important thing is to start and to do it consistently. As you move forward in your 1-year success plan, remember this: tracking your progress isn't just a tool, it's a mindset. It's the mindset of someone who takes ownership of their life, who refuses to leave their future to chance. It's the mindset of someone who is committed to growth, learning, and improvement. So today I challenge you to set up your tracking system. Decide what you'll measure, how often you'll review it, and where you'll record your progress. Commit to tracking weekly no matter what. And as you track, use what you learn to refine your actions and stay focused on your goal. A year from now, when you look back at everything you've achieved, you'll see that tracking wasn't just a step in the process, it was the key that kept you moving forward. Don't wait. Start tracking today and let it be the foundation of your success. Number 5, learn and grow daily. Let's talk about something that can truly transform your life, the decision to learn and grow every single day. Success is not about luck, and it's not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about becoming the person who is ready for the opportunities when they arrive. And the only way to become that person is to commit to constant learning and growth. Now, I'm not talking about grand gestures or spending hours every day studying. I'm talking about small, consistent actions that you take daily to sharpen your mind, build your skills, and deepen your understanding of the world. Think about it. What would your life look like a year from now if you spent just 30 minutes a day learning something new? That's 182.5 hours in a year. Imagine the knowledge you could gain, the skills you could develop, and the perspective you could build with that kind of time invested in yourself. The truth is, most people don't make that investment. They drift through their days without purpose, letting their potential go untapped. But you're not most people. You're here because you want to grow. And I'm here to remind you that learning daily is the path to growth. Start by asking yourself, what do I want to learn? Maybe it's a skill that will help you in your career, like public speaking, leadership, or mastering a new technology. Maybe it's something personal, like improving your relationships, understanding your health, or exploring a passion. Whatever it is, make a list of the things you want to learn, and then prioritize them. Don't try to tackle everything at once. Focus on 1 or 2 areas at a time so you can make meaningful progress. Once you've identified what you want to learn, the next step is to create a plan. This doesn't have to be complicated. It could be as simple as setting aside 30 minutes every morning to read a book or watch a course. It could mean listening to podcasts or audiobooks during your commute. The key is to make it a habit, something you do every day, no matter what. Treat it as a non-negotiable part of your routine, like eating or brushing your teeth. And let's not overlook the power of reflection. Learning isn't just about taking in new information, it's about applying it and making it part of who you are. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to reflect on what you've learned. Ask yourself, how can I use this in my life? What did this teach me about myself or the world? When you reflect on your learning, you deepen your understanding and turn knowledge into wisdom. Let me give you an example. Suppose you're learning about communication skills. You read a chapter in a book about active listening and you learn techniques for showing people you truly hear them. Instead of just thinking, that's interesting, you decide to use one of those techniques in your next conversation. Maybe you ask more questions or repeat what the other person said to show you're paying attention. By applying what you've learned, you're not just gaining knowledge, you're growing as a person. Now, here's another important point. Don't just focus on things that are directly related to your goals. Broaden your horizons. Explore topics that interest you, even if they don't seem immediately useful. Curiosity is a powerful force, and it often leads to unexpected breakthroughs. You might learn something seemingly unrelated that sparks a new idea or perspective. So read widely, ask questions, and stay open to new experiences. As you commit to daily learning, you'll notice something incredible. You'll start to see connections everywhere. Ideas will come together in ways they never did before. Problems that once seemed overwhelming will start to look manageable because you have more tools and knowledge to tackle them. And most importantly, you'll feel a sense of growth and accomplishment every single day. But let's be honest, there will be days when you don't feel like learning. Days when you're tired, busy, or just not in the mood. Those are the days that matter most. Success is built on discipline, not motivation. On those days, remind yourself of your bigger picture. Remind yourself that every small step forward adds up over time. Even if all you can do is spend 5 minutes learning something, do it. Keep the streak alive, because consistency is what leads to results. Let me share something that's always inspired me, the idea that your income rarely exceeds your personal development. If you want to earn more, contribute more, or achieve more, you have to become more. And becoming more starts with learning. The more you grow, the more you'll have to offer to your work, your relationships, and your community. So here's what I want you to do today. Commit to learning and growing every day for the next year. Decide what you'll learn, how you'll learn it, and when you'll do it. Write it down. Make it a priority. And remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up every day and doing your best. A year from now, when you look back, you'll be amazed at how far you've come. You'll see the books you've read, the skills you've gained, and the person you've become. And you'll realize that learning daily wasn't just a step in your success plan, it was the foundation of it. So don't wait. Start learning today and let the journey transform your life. Number 6, embrace discipline and consistency. Let's talk about two of the most important ingredients in your one-year success plan: discipline and consistency. These are the cornerstones of any lasting achievement. It doesn't matter how big your dreams are, how many goals you set, or how much knowledge you acquire. If you lack discipline and consistency, those goals will always feel just out of reach. Success doesn't happen overnight. It's a result of small, consistent actions over time. But these small actions require discipline. And without discipline, consistency becomes a struggle. So what does it mean to embrace discipline? It means doing what you know you should do, whether you feel like it or not. It's choosing to work, even when the couch looks more inviting or when the temptation to procrastinate feels overwhelming. Discipline is about committing to your plan, no matter how hard it gets or how long it takes. It's about showing up every single day, doing the things that will move you forward, and keeping your promises to yourself. Now, I know it's easy to talk about discipline in theory, but it's a lot harder to put it into practice. That's where consistency comes in. Consistency is the habit of doing the right things day in and day out. It's the repeated effort that compounds over time, leading to real change. Think about it. If you show up every day, no matter how small the action, you're creating momentum. Momentum is what transforms small, disciplined actions into massive results. The great news is this: discipline and consistency are skills you can develop. They aren't innate traits you're born with. You can cultivate them over time. And it starts with making small, manageable commitments and keeping them. If you promise yourself you're going to work on your goal for 15 minutes today, then do it. Don't let anything get in the way. By keeping that promise, you build trust in yourself, and that trust becomes a powerful force that helps you stay disciplined. One of the reasons people struggle with consistency is because they expect instant results. They set a goal, work hard for a few days or weeks, and when they don't see immediate success, they get discouraged. But let me tell you something: the key to success is patience. There's no such thing as an overnight success. The most successful people didn't get to where they are because they were lucky they got there, because they showed up every single day, rain or shine, with discipline and consistency. Here's where it gets even better. Discipline and consistency don't just apply to big goals. They apply to everything. Let's take something as simple as building a habit. Whether you want to get in shape, write a book, or improve your relationships, the principle remains the same: show up every day, no matter how you feel. If you want to exercise, even if you're tired, make that commitment. If you want to build your business, put in the work every day. But remember, consistency doesn't mean perfection. You're going to have days when you slip. There will be moments when you fall short, when your discipline falters, or when life gets in the way. That's okay. Don't use it as an excuse to quit. Use it as an opportunity to learn and adjust. The key is not how often you fall, it's how often you get back up. Let me tell you, embracing discipline and consistency isn't easy, but it's one of the most rewarding things you can do for yourself. When you stick to a plan, day in and day out, you create a pattern of progress. You'll start to notice small wins. Those little victories add up. 1 month of consistent effort will lead to noticeable changes. 3 months in, you'll see even more. By the end of the year, your transformation will be undeniable. Here's what I want you to understand: discipline is not a punishment. It's a form of freedom. It's the freedom to live your best life, to achieve what you're capable of. and to become the person you've always dreamed of becoming. Without discipline, you're giving up that freedom. You're letting distractions, excuses, and laziness steal your future. But with discipline, you take control of your life. You take control of your destiny. And consistency is the engine that drives that control forward. Now, how do you make sure you're staying disciplined and consistent? Start by making your goals as clear and specific as possible. The clearer your goal, the easier it is to know exactly what to do. Once you know what to do, break it down into small, actionable steps. Don't try to do everything at once. Focus on one thing at a time and commit to doing it every day. If you want to read more books, set a goal to read one chapter every day. If you want to save more money, set a goal to save a specific amount each week. No goal is too small to apply this principle to. The next key is accountability. It's much easier to stay disciplined and consistent when you're held accountable. Tell someone about your goal. Share your progress. Let them know when you've succeeded and when you've fallen short. Accountability keeps you honest and committed. It's the kind of support that turns good intentions into results. One last thing, don't expect perfection from yourself. The journey of discipline and consistency is full of ups and downs. Some days will be easier than others. The trick is to stay committed, even on the tough days. When you show up, even when it's hard, you build strength, you build resilience. And over time, this discipline will become a part of who you are. It will become your new way of living. Remember, success is not a destination, it's a habit. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by making a few big moves. They got there by making small, disciplined, consistent actions day after day. And so can you. I challenge you to embrace discipline and consistency. Commit to showing up every day, no matter what. Keep your promises to yourself, stay focused on your goals, and keep pushing forward. A year from now, when you look back at your journey, you will be amazed at how much you've accomplished. You will see that discipline and consistency were the tools that transformed your life. So take the first step today. Commit, be disciplined, be consistent, and watch your life change in ways you never thought possible. Number 7, surround yourself with inspiration. One of the most powerful things you can do for yourself as you pursue your one-year success plan is to surround yourself with inspiration. The people, the environment, and the influences you choose to spend time with play an enormous role in shaping your mindset, your energy, and your actions. You've heard it said before, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, but let's take that idea a step further. It's not just the people you surround yourself with that matter, it's the environment, the ideas, and the energy that are constantly feeding into you. If you want to elevate your life, you need to intentionally surround yourself with things that inspire you, challenge you, and lift you up. Think about it. What do you see every day? What are you listening to? What kind of conversations are you having? Are the people around you encouraging you to be your best? Or are they bringing you down with negativity and limiting beliefs? The environment you place yourself in has a huge impact on your mindset. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity or people who aren't striving for more, you will absorb that energy, even if you don't realize it. But if you surround yourself with people who are focused on growth, positivity, and success, you'll naturally adopt the same mindset. So, how do you go about surrounding yourself with inspiration? Start by being intentional about who you spend time with. Evaluate your circle of influence and ask yourself, are these people helping me grow? Are they supporting my dreams? If the answer is no, then it's time to make some changes. This doesn't mean you have to cut people out of your life completely, but you should start seeking out relationships that inspire you to be better. Spend time with individuals who are already where you want to be. If you want to improve your career, find mentors or colleagues who are doing the work you admire. If you want to improve your health, spend time with people who value their well-being and make healthy choices. Surrounding yourself with people who embody the qualities you want to develop will help you stay motivated and focused on your goals. But it's not just the people in your life that matter, it's the ideas you expose yourself to. One of the most powerful ways to surround yourself with inspiration is to feed your mind with positive, motivational content. In today's world, there's no excuse not to. You have access to books, podcasts, videos, and audiobooks that can inspire and educate you at your fingertips. The best part is that you can do this every day. Whether you're commuting, exercising, or doing chores, you can fill your mind with the thoughts, stories, and wisdom that will help shape your success. Start with reading. Reading is one of the most powerful ways to expand your mind and spark inspiration. Look for books that align with your goals, books that will teach you something new, and books that will help you develop the habits and mindset you need for success. Don't just read for entertainment, read for growth. Podcasts and audiobooks are another excellent way to immerse yourself in inspiration. Whether it's a podcast about personal development, business, leadership, or health, listening to positive and empowering content can completely shift your mindset. It can provide you with new ideas, fresh perspectives, and stories of people who have overcome obstacles to achieve incredible things. Let the voices of those who inspire you become a regular part of your day. Now let's talk about your physical environment. Your surroundings matter. If you're constantly in clutter, chaos, or an uninspiring space, it can drain your energy and focus. Create an environment that encourages your growth. Keep your workspace clean, organized, and full of things that motivate you. Maybe it's a vision board with pictures of your goals, or a collection of books that inspire you. Maybe it's a place in your home where you can sit quietly and think, free from distractions. Design your physical environment to support your success plan. And don't forget about the power of positive media. The TV shows you watch, the movies you see, and the music you listen to, these all influence your mood and mindset. Choose media that uplifts you, encourages you, and challenges you to think bigger. Watch documentaries about people who have made a difference in the world. Listen to music that energizes and motivates you. Replace negative influences with things that will build you up, not tear you down. Another powerful way to surround yourself with inspiration is through affirmations. You may not realize it, but your self-talk plays a huge role in shaping your reality. The words you tell yourself every day influence your beliefs and behaviors. So why not make those words work for you? Start affirming your greatness, your ability to succeed, and your commitment to your success plan. Every morning, take a few minutes to look in the mirror and affirm your goals. Tell yourself that you're on track, that you're capable, and that you are worthy of success. Over time, these affirmations will become beliefs, and those beliefs will fuel your actions. Lastly, I want you to think about your daily habits. Inspiration is something that needs to be nourished every day. It's not a one-time thing, it's something that needs to be cultivated consistently. So set aside time each day to surround yourself with inspiration. Read, listen, watch, and engage with material that helps you grow. Make it a daily habit to nourish your mind and soul with positive influences. The truth is, the people, the media, and the ideas you surround yourself with will shape your future. If you want to create a successful year, you need to surround yourself with things that support your growth, not hinder it. This is why it's so important to be intentional about who and what you allow into your life. When you choose to surround yourself with inspiration, you create an environment where success is inevitable. Your mindset will shift, your energy will rise, and your actions will align with your goals. So take control of your environment. Fill your life with inspiration and watch how it transforms you. Number 8, overcome challenges with resilience. As you embark on your one-year success plan, I need to tell you something very important. Challenges will come. There's no way around it. Life will test you. Things won't always go as planned. You'll face obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But here's the good news: resilience is the key to overcoming those challenges. It's the quality that separates those who achieve their goals from those who give up too soon. Resilience is what allows you to keep going, even when the road gets tough. It's what makes you stronger, wiser, and more determined to succeed. You see, resilience isn't about avoiding difficulties because you can't. It's about how you respond when they show up. Resilience is about finding the strength to keep moving forward, even when it feels like everything is falling apart. It's about refusing to let setbacks define you. Instead, you use those challenges as fuel to push you harder, to learn more, and to grow in ways you never thought possible. Life isn't a straight line. It's full of ups and downs, twists and turns. If you're waiting for a time when everything is smooth sailing and easy, you'll be waiting forever. Success is not about avoiding the storm, it's about learning how to weather it. When things get tough, that's when your resilience is most needed. And you have the ability to develop it. You don't need to be born with it. It's a muscle that grows stronger the more you exercise it. When a challenge comes your way, the first thing you have to do is acknowledge it. Don't ignore the problem or pretend it's not there. Accept that setbacks happen to everyone. Understand that they're a part of the journey, not a sign that you're on the wrong path. When you accept the challenge for what it is, you stop wasting energy fighting against it, and you can focus your energy on finding a solution. The next thing you need to do is stay positive. I know that sounds simple, but it's incredibly powerful. It's easy to get discouraged when things go wrong. It's easy to fall into a negative mindset and start thinking, why is this happening to me? But remember, your mindset shapes your reality. If you focus on the negative, you'll stay stuck. But if you focus on the positive, if you look for opportunities in every challenge, you'll find a way through. Positive thinking doesn't mean ignoring the difficulties. It means looking for a way to turn those difficulties into something that moves you forward. Now, when you're facing a challenge, I want you to remember something important. You have more strength than you realize. We all do. It's easy to feel small when life knocks you down. It's easy to feel defeated. But you've overcome challenges before, and you will again. Every challenge you faced in the past has prepared you for the one you're dealing with now. If you faced difficulty and still stood up, that proves you have the resilience to overcome anything. Here's the truth: resilience is built by pushing through those hard moments. Every time you face a challenge and choose to keep going, you grow, you learn something new, you get better, you build a foundation of strength that you can lean on the next time things get tough. And believe me, they will get tough again. But each time you'll be more prepared. Each time you'll be a little stronger, a little smarter, and a little more determined to keep moving forward. One of the most important aspects of resilience is persistence. You can't quit just because it gets hard. You can't quit just because you don't see instant results. The people who achieve their goals are the ones who keep going, even when the going gets tough. It's about being persistent, being patient, and continuing to put in the effort every single day, no matter how challenging it gets. Now, another key to resilience is learning from your mistakes. Let's be clear, setbacks aren't failures unless you stop learning from them. When something goes wrong, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Instead of seeing mistakes as signs of defeat, use them as opportunities for growth. Every failure holds a lesson that can help you do better next time. That's the beauty of resilience. It turns failures into stepping stones toward success. Sometimes the best way to build resilience is to ask for help. You don't have to face every challenge alone. Reach out to those who have walked the path before you. Find a mentor, a coach, or a support group that can help guide you through the tough times. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, who encourage you, and who remind you that you can make it through. You don't need to do it all by yourself. It's okay to lean on others, and it's okay to get advice. The most resilient people know when to ask for help. Finally, I want you to remember that resilience is a choice. Every day you have a choice. You can choose to give up, or you can choose to keep going. You can choose to let a setback define you, or you can choose to learn from it and come back even stronger. Resilience is all about making the decision to never give up, no matter how hard things get. The more you make that choice, the stronger you become. Now, take a moment to reflect on your goals. Ask yourself, what would happen if I gave up now? Would it help? Would it get me any closer to where I want to be? Of course not. Quitting doesn't move you forward, it only holds you back. So keep going, keep pushing, keep fighting for your success, because your resilience is the one thing that will always carry you through. Remember this: every challenge you face is just an opportunity for you to grow. Every tough moment is a chance for you to prove to yourself just how strong you really are. And at the end of this one-year journey, when you look back at all you've overcome, you'll realize that the obstacles were just the stepping stones to your success. Number 9. Celebrate small wins often. When you set out on your journey to transform your life with a one-year success plan, it's easy to focus on the big end goals, the finish line. We all want to see dramatic change, and sometimes that focus on the bigger picture can make the journey feel long and overwhelming. But here's something I want you to remember. It's the small wins along the way that make all the difference. You see, when you celebrate the small wins, you're reinforcing the behaviors that will lead to your larger goals. It's easy to overlook the little successes in the rush to reach the big ones, but these small wins are crucial to your progress and your motivation. Here's what happens when you celebrate small wins: you build momentum. Every time you recognize and celebrate an accomplishment, no matter how small it seems, you're telling yourself, I'm moving in the right direction. You're giving yourself a reason to keep going. Small wins provide the fuel to continue, especially on the days when progress feels slow or difficult. When you focus on celebrating these wins, it keeps your motivation alive, and it makes the journey feel less daunting. Now, this doesn't mean you need to wait until you've reached your ultimate goal to feel proud of yourself. You don't need to wait until you've completely transformed your life to give yourself credit. Instead, celebrate every step you take. Maybe you finished a task you've been putting off. Maybe you made a small improvement to your daily routine. Maybe you took a step forward in your business or personal growth. These moments are important, and they deserve to be recognized. Celebrating these wins gives you the energy to keep moving forward. Think about it this way: when you're learning a new skill or trying to break a bad habit, it can feel like an uphill battle. The progress isn't always obvious, and it's easy to get discouraged. But when you celebrate the small steps, like finishing that book you've been reading, or sticking to your healthy eating plan for a whole week, you're reinforcing the positive behavior that will lead you to your bigger goals. Each small win is a proof point that you're on the right path. These wins build up over time and contribute to lasting change. I know it can be tempting to dismiss small victories as not important enough to celebrate. Maybe you think it's just one task done, one healthy meal, one workout. It's nothing to get excited about, but let me tell you, every small win matters. These moments are the building blocks of your success. Without them, you'd never reach your big goals. If you only focused on the end result and ignored the small steps, you'd lose motivation long before you got there. So how do you celebrate these wins? First, acknowledge them. When you accomplish something, take a moment to recognize it. Pause and say, I did that. Feel proud of what you've achieved, no matter how small. This doesn't need to be a big, elaborate celebration. It's about giving yourself the credit you deserve. Maybe it's a quiet moment of satisfaction. Maybe it's sharing the win with a friend or family member who will celebrate with you. Whatever it looks like, make sure you take the time to reflect on your progress. Second, reward yourself. After accomplishing a small win, give yourself a treat or a reward that feels meaningful to you. It could be something as simple as enjoying a cup of your favorite coffee, taking a walk outside, or doing something that brings you joy. The reward doesn't have to be extravagant, but it should be something that feels good. By rewarding yourself, you create positive reinforcement that encourages you to keep going. It becomes a reminder that your hard work is paying off and that the journey is worth it. But here's the key: don't wait until the big goals are accomplished. Celebrate now. Celebrate today. Every win, no matter how small, is proof that you're progressing toward your success. The habit of celebrating small wins will change the way you approach your journey. It will keep you focused on the present moment, rather than being consumed by how far you have left to go. You'll start to realize that success isn't just a destination, it's the collection of all these small moments that add up to something extraordinary. And don't forget to track your progress. Keep a journal, a list, or even a visual tracker where you can see how many small wins you've accumulated. This helps reinforce your progress, even when the bigger goals feel distant. It reminds you that you're always moving forward, no matter how small the steps may seem. Looking back at how far you've come can give you the confidence you need to push through when challenges arise. I also want you to be mindful of the way you talk to yourself. Don't downplay your achievements. Instead of thinking, it's just a small thing, reframe your thinking to, this is a step in the right direction. Celebrate the fact that you're doing the work, that you're staying consistent, and that you're showing up for yourself. The more you recognize your small wins, the more your belief in your ability to succeed will grow. Remember, success doesn't happen overnight. It's a series of small, consistent actions that build over time. And if you stay focused on those small wins, you'll find that the journey becomes more enjoyable and the results will come faster. As you celebrate these victories, you'll not only feel more motivated, but you'll also build confidence in your ability to achieve your larger goals. At the end of the day, success is about persistence, and persistence is fueled by those small wins. So don't wait until everything is perfect. Celebrate today. Celebrate the small wins, and know that they are leading you to something bigger. Stay focused, stay consistent, and keep celebrating the progress you make, no matter how small it may seem. Because every step forward brings you one step closer to the life you want to live. Number 10, reflect and refine continuously. If there's one key to success that I believe is often overlooked, it's the power of reflection. You see, when you set out with a one-year success plan, you might get so caught up in the daily grind that you forget to step back, reflect, and ask yourself, how am I doing? What's working and what isn't? Let me tell you, reflection is not just important, it's essential to your growth and progress. Without it, you're like a ship sailing without a compass. You might be moving, but you'll have no idea if you're heading in the right direction. One of the most powerful habits you can adopt is to set aside time to reflect regularly. This could be weekly, monthly, or whatever works best for you, but the key is to make it a habit. Ask yourself, am I staying on track? What's been going well? Where have I been falling short? What can I do differently? Reflection gives you the ability to adjust and adapt, and it's how you refine your approach to success. Without this constant self-assessment, it's easy to miss opportunities to improve or make the necessary changes that will move you forward. You see, success isn't just about achieving your goals, it's about constantly getting better. The best achievers in any field didn't stop learning and growing once they reached a goal. Instead, they kept reflecting, refining, and improving. You've got to do the same. After all, it's not just about the destination, it's about the person you become along the way. You're not just building a career, a business, or a bank account, you're building a new version of yourself. And that requires consistent reflection and refinement. The reflection process should go beyond looking at what's working. You need to ask yourself hard questions like, why didn't I hit that target? What distracted me? Was my plan too ambitious or too vague? Did I have the right mindset? Did I surround myself with the right people? These aren't questions to beat yourself up over, they're questions to help you identify areas for improvement. Don't be afraid to be brutally honest with yourself. The more real you are, the better the answers you'll get, and the faster you can make the necessary changes. Now, here's something crucial I want you to understand. Refining your plan doesn't mean abandoning it. Too many people think that when things don't go perfectly, they need to scrap the whole thing and start over. That's not the case. Instead, look at your plan and ask yourself, what needs fine-tuning? Maybe you need to adjust your daily habits, change your approach to a certain task, or find new resources to support your progress. Refine your plan, but don't give up on it. Every successful person I've met has had to refine their plan over and over again. The key is to keep moving forward, but to do it smarter. Reflection is also an opportunity for celebrating your progress. It's easy to get so focused on what's left to do that you forget to appreciate how far you've come. So take a moment during your reflections to celebrate the small wins, the lessons learned, and the obstacles you've overcome. This will not only boost your morale, but also remind you that success is a process, not an event. It's easy to think success will come quickly, but in reality, it's a series of continuous improvements. Reflection is what allows you to see and appreciate that growth. Now, you also need to refine your mindset. Ask yourself, am I thinking like a successful person? Am I thinking big enough? Am I open to new opportunities? Am I holding on to any limiting beliefs that could be holding me back? Sometimes our greatest barriers aren't external, they're internal. They're the beliefs, doubts, and fears that we hold about ourselves. Refining your mindset is just as important as refining your actions. And that comes through reflection. Once you've reflected on your progress and made the necessary adjustments, the next step is to put the refined plan into action. Don't sit around second-guessing yourself. Once you've decided on what needs changing or improving, take immediate action. The longer you wait, the more momentum you lose. The key to making reflection work for you is to turn your new insights into action. Here's the truth: life is dynamic. Things are constantly changing. What worked a few months ago may not work now, and what works now may not work 6 months from now. This is why it's so important to regularly reflect and refine. Don't wait until the end of the year to make changes. Make adjustments along the way. Keep your plan fresh and adaptable. You'll find that the more you reflect and refine, the more progress you'll make. I know it's easy to get discouraged when things don't go as planned, but don't let setbacks stop you. Every successful person experiences challenges, setbacks, and failures. But those who succeed are the ones who reflect on their mistakes, learn from them, and make adjustments. Success is built on those who are willing to learn and grow from every experience. It's not about avoiding mistakes, it's about learning from them and refining your approach until you reach your goals. At the end of the day, reflection is about growth. It's about constantly asking yourself, how can I get better? How can I improve? How can I continue to get closer to the person I want to become without this self-awareness? It's easy to drift through life without making meaningful progress. But with consistent reflection and refinement, you can accelerate your growth and achieve the success you've always dreamed of. So I challenge you, start reflecting and refining today. Don't wait for a special occasion or a specific time. Make it a habit. Check in with yourself regularly. Fine-tune your actions, adjust your mindset, and keep moving forward. The more you do this, the faster you'll get to where you want to be. Success is not a one-time event. It's a continuous process of reflection, learning, and refining. The only way to fail is to stop trying, so keep refining and watch how much progress you make.